Thank you very much for coming out here, you guys. There's a lot to this movement. Veterans in this movement mean as much as sleep does to this movement. Because they see us coming back from Iraq, Afghanistan, wherever we went into combat, if we went into combat at all. I was in combat myself twice. I had PTSD from some combat experiences, and that's why I smoked marijuana. When I came home from the Iraq War, they put me on a bunch of pills, they ostracized me, and I asked for a medical discharge. They medically discharged me. I got out, I was diagnosed with PTSD, and they put me on 36 different medications over a course of 6 years. From everything from Lexapro to Klonopin, Valium, morphine, methadone for pain, everything. I was on all this shit. And one day, I just decided that I was going to quit taking pills because I was messed up. I was really messed up on pills. My parents were always worried about me. Everybody was always worried about me. So I decided one day I was just going to quit everything cold turkey and start smoking pot. So I stayed high for about 2 weeks and got through a bunch of withdrawals, but hey, it worked. And you know what? Any heroin addicts here, if you want to start smoking pot, it'll help you get off that shit. I mean, I was addicted to so many opiates, and I was addicted to so many drugs. You know, I started smoking pot, and I don't even want those drugs anymore. I'm not even like looking at those drugs anymore. I still get them in the mail because I can't tell the VA hospital, hey, I do. Most of my doctors know, but most of my VA doctors know, but my medical doctors don't really know, so they still prescribe this stuff. And it comes in the mail, and I just throw it away. And whoever takes my trash get my drugs. So it is what it is, you know. At least I'm not on this shit anymore. So a lot of those drugs had suicide listed as a side effect. I don't know if you know a lot about antidepressant medications, but a lot of these antidepressant medications. Going on in Lancaster, huh? I know I'm not a criminal. I do some criminal shit by buying pot on the street, but I'm not a criminal. I'm a patient. Alright, can you hear me now? The NSA is listening. So, alright, so a lot of these drugs have suicide listed as a side effect, and they give these drugs to people that are already suicidal. How much sense does that make?
Absolutely none.
None at all, right? So I'm not necessarily anti-pill. If pills work for you, then pills work for you, but they didn't work for me, so now I don't take them anymore. So out of the 19 states that have medical marijuana laws, only 5 of them recognize PTSD as a medical condition. Marijuana helps PTSD more than any other ailment that I can, well, for me anyway, it helps more than anything else. So the only other states are New Mexico, Connecticut, Delaware. Oregon just passed theirs, and Maine just passed theirs very, very silently. Like that wasn't publicized at all that Maine passed that. PTSD has to be on every medical marijuana state bill, just because it helps. It helps more than it hurts. It makes you not want to kill yourself. It makes you happy. Before I started smoking pot, I stayed in my house. I was afraid to leave my house for fear of getting blown up or fear of stupid, irrational fears that, you know, I still get those fears when I have smoke downs in Philadelphia because they're justified because the cops like to tackle people. Yeah, Brandon can attest to that. There are no side effects of marijuana except giddiness and maybe a little bit of pizza. You know, it's a gateway drug to the Cheetos, right, guys? I mean, what's this gateway drug theory all about, anyway? I mean, if anything, it can help you get off of worse drugs that are hurting you. So, any veterans here, I invite you to come talk to me. I run a group called Pennsylvania Veterans for Marijuana Legalization. I tend to push Senate Bill 770, which is the medical bill for Pennsylvania, a little bit more than 528, because I think 770 has, baby steps, right? You have a better chance of passing a medical bill than you do of passing a recreational bill. So, and I advocate for other veterans who come back and are pulled into this VA system that gets them addicted to these drugs. So any other veterans, I invite you to come talk to me after this. And I appreciate you all being here. Thanks a lot. Les,